Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe where we are playing Liminality in GURPS 4th edition. I am Luke, the GM, and we've got Terra.
Hey, I'm Tara. I am playing an adorable little girl named Silver, who is awesome.
Pretty adorable, fairly awesome, maybe. Bit of a nerd. We've got James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Alexi, who, as far as we can tell, is a bit of a spacer and
Definitely.
and a mechanic for sure.
hmm Well,
Just an all-around scoundrel.
you've been fixing stuff, but we've not seen it in work yet. So we'll find out how much of a mechanic you are when you fly that ship again, I suppose.
That's
We
true. That's true.
we've got Lee.
Hey, I'm Lee. I play Gina, and I think she might actually find a high rollers table this game.
Oh really?
I'm hopeful.
You're hopeful. Okay. You've got plans. You've got plans at least.
That's fair.
We've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Emra, and I am playing Hueyu, a cargo crewman that is learning more about himself.
Mm-hmm. Nod, nod. And we've got Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I play Dai Timur, a guy with corporate armor and corporate guns and coolish hair.
Just streaking it like Rogue. Didn't get it from kissing a guy though.
It's
We don't
it's
think.
not it's not near. Your hair is not nearly as cool as the frosted tips of Alexi.
Yeah, but the cape is pretty cool.
Yeah,
Alexi has been to
capes are
Flavor
cool.
Town.
Well,
Everybody shits on Guy Fieri, but Guy Fieri's awesome.
he's not terrible, I don't think. He's alright.
Hey, if you could meet Gordon Ramsay or Guy Fieri,
Gordon Ramsay, but to assassinate him.
that's an acceptable answer.
If assassination's definitely not on the table, I'll go for Guy Fieri. Because, yeah, it's better. Well, previously, you've met with Tice Jury, head of what seems to be a group of dissidents, couists. He wants to take over this planet, he wants to become president. He's also real excited about something they've allegedly got in a big vault underneath the headquarters. Some kind of ancient alien artifact that were found by the corporation that used to rule this planet slightly before the revolution 200 years ago, and then has just been left there since. That's what he's excited about, as well as making himself president of this planet. He's pretty excited about that too. Seems that him and Colin's character, Villano, Rudy, knew each other and arranged perhaps a large part of that gun transaction, which you delivered. You gave him the guns, you gave him the bullets. You've got your ship all fixed up now, I believe, Alexi. You were visited by the cops. Apparently them seeds were a bit suspicious, and they were worried that you'd smuggled some guns in and sold them to the jurymen. You assured them you had not. Your ship definitely came up clean. Even though it weren't, they just didn't find the well-hidden spider in a box.
I think they expressed concern as well. Like we agreed it was upsetting.
Yeah, I don't think you've met with the police in regards to that yet, Gina. You were out scoping out rich folks in town when that happened, maybe.
hmm
But Hui, Tima, and Alexei all spoke to the cops. Cops insisted that your friends speak to them at some point also, and they mentioned that the big boss of the agricultural cooperative that is essentially the political leaders of the country, planet, system, wanted to meet with all of you as well, because they've got somewhat of a request of you when you go spaceward. Little girl Silver was playing the violin outside Parliament, hoping to catch the interest of someone fancy, when said fancy person spotted you, invited you in, and I think it were about as everyone was reconverging on the city centre.
Yeah, I was heading in directly with them, holding hand with Colin's character in tow.
Rudy.
So maybe we do other stuff just to give him a chance to get here, but
We can.
probably not.
There's been a bit of a journey with Tima, Alexei, and Hui in the little off-road vehicle thing you've got. It will have taken you an hour to drive into town. Anything you guys are talking to each other about? You've also all got radios that can reach each other.
So, what's the plan? Heading to town? Go find someone to boost?
What?
I don't know.
You were planning a bit of a job, maybe?
No, we're planning on going to the meeting we were invited to.
Yeah, not today. I just mean more overall.
Wait, I'm sorry. What meeting were we heading to?
With the president, the
Oh,
chancellor,
right.
big boss lady.
Yes. Well, let's go there.
Aye. Fair enough. Gina, you actually had plans. So let's hear 'em. You've tailed a rich person out to the countryside.
But she also had the car turned around though once she saw what was going on up there.
Was that earlier today or yesterday?
That was today,
Koi.
I think.
I'm pretty sure yeah. This morning. It's now mid-afternoon.
And, sorry, unfortunately, Gina's plans also involved going to the meeting. She just had questions she wanted to ask.
Fair enough. Well, maybe we should just go to that meeting and, fuck Rudy. I'll ask some Rudy-based questions, maybe.
All right, so I'm in there a little bit before everyone else. Does she do anything?
Yeah. Rudy has to run to the bathroom, let's say. Local cuisine, not treating him perfect. He runs to the bathroom. Let's get just a little map up so we know where we are and what we're doing. Oh, she's got a token. Yeah, there she is. And there's you. And there's definitely some cop types about, I'd guess. This'd be a lot easier with my keyboard.
Sorry, what'd you say?
This would be a lot easier with my keyboard, but I've sorted it. So, while we wait for your friends, or your parents, I'm guessing one of them's your mother and father?
Give a shrug.
Fair enough, fair enough. Wait, no, what? Fair enough, fair enough. She gives a concerned look. You don't know?
Just none of them are my parents.
Okay, you're awful young. How are you related to them?
I don't know if I should play this off as I know or not. She'll actually sorry, my brain is
No worries.
I don't know.
That's strange, she says, look, we a couple of people. There's like some kind of receptionist.
Just say, my circumstances are strange.
Quite clearly. Are your friends on their way? Did you see?
I can give him a call.
Please, let me go set up. I've got some other business to be taken care of. You can wait in here while they all arrive.
I
And
will
then
wait in
also,
here.
person at desk asks you if you want anything to drink or eat.
Yes, she will obviously take the most sugary drinks they have available.
Oh yeah, lax regulations. Lots of high fructose, sucrose yield crops. I'm sure they can get you something good. Out of a vending machine.
Awesome.
And do you radio 'em?
Yeah, I'll poke in. Hey guys, I'm in the office of the lady. We should probably get here sooner rather than later.
Oh, that was quick.
We are on
I
the way.
told you. I told you. I knew what I was doing.
Are you under arrest?
No,
Are you sure?
I was invited.
Did we not tell you the story from when we were at the hangar? We got an invite. You should come too. Sounds like they got some work for us.
Seeing as I'm already in the office, the place where you got invited, I'd say I'm one step ahead of you.
Rudy
I was talking
speaks
to
up.
Gina.
Oh,
I'm on my way. I'm worried. That's all.
Rudy sounds a bit echoey. I don't think we're being arrested, but it would be really easy for him to arrest us here. But again, I don't think that's what they want to do.
How's the place decorated? Gina asks.
It's quite nice.
how is it decorated?
Wood. Fairly plain.
So on a scale from 1 being slum and 10 being the highest of highest palaces, what do we got?
But like the best hotel in town is status 1. Is it
That's
better
true.
than that?
I see. It looks about equal with the best hotel in town.
Mostly
Okay.
Gina's curious if mostly I'm curious, it seems like shows of wealth and privilege and stuff are almost not allowed in town. I'm wondering if they actually do that at their place of power also.
The lady who's in charge got off the bus this morning.
I don't even think it's less that it's allowed or not. I think it's just that there's no wealth.
But there is wealth. Like the people outside the city are fantastically wealthy, and their bank is full of treasure. There's wealth. They just don't seem to want to show it. Or maybe it was all confiscated?
I'm starting to think that there's two different classes.
I am too. I'm just curious, who owns the wealth in the bank and why that wealth isn't being, why the city doesn't have any wealth. It's weird.
I'd put money down that if you go to where the rich people are, there's a whole different crew of law enforcement and a whole different set of laws.
Well, probably. I fully expect the people out in the countryside are their own feudal lords and stuff. But that doesn't explain why there's a pile of cash in the banks in the city.
Don't know. Maybe we'll have to ask the mayor about it.
Yeah, I think I just want to make sure we rob the richest people. Or the worst people, I guess. I mean, we would never do such a thing in case this encryption gets broken at some point.
Encryption?
Uh,
Question mark?
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I take a look at our radios when she says encryption?
They are lightly encrypted.
Okay. I don't be saying too much on the radio now, love, because there's not much of an encryption on here.
Also, though, in terms of what this planet's using and has access to, it's like a good tech level below your stuff in a lot of cases, especially your personal things.
No.
But still, they've got
Hey,
like,
Luke.
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
Best not to be taking any chances.
go on.
Yep.
Is there a Wi-Fi in here, or is I'll pull out my phone and check.
This planet does not have like a wireless data internet.
Yeah, but I was checking to see if there was like Wi-Fi in this particular building, or if it's all wired.
Nothing that your phone can see.
Okay.
The person at the desk at reception doesn't even have a computer. Like a few ledger books and a typewriter is what they're using.
They don't have the industrial capacity here to construct things that require vast supply chains like computers.
Everything they've got that's like that is all at least 200 years old at this point. And
It was a
therefore-
way for me to check this specific building's like
Yeah. Mhm.
tech level versus everything else. Like it's an indicator.
Similar. It seems very similar. But it seems like, yeah, little girl would get a sugary drink, everyone else would arrive at their leisure. Feel free to show the uppie. Or are we still waiting a bit for Colin? Could be a while.
He gave us a thumbs up to start whenever.
Yep. Let's dive in.
Oh no, there's two of them.
This place is easy to find. And you'd get led through these corridors. Oh, wait, no, first. Anyone carrying a gun on their person?
Did the bank have metal detectors?
The bank did have metal detectors, yeah. That's something we should have talked about last session, really. Because they would have asked you to give up firearms and weapons before showing you the vault. And pass through a metal
Timur will
detector.
leave his gun in the vehicle.
Alright. Gun in car. Swords, I don't think they'll care about so much. Hey, there's clearly people stood around you with guns. No one else got a gun on them?
Gina does, but I'm trying to decide if it's a faux pas to just check it.
It seems like it probably wouldn't be. At the bank, it would have been fine. They wouldn't have looked surprised that you had a gun at all, and they would have given they would have had a special locking case for you to put it in.
All right. Then
Yeah,
she'll bring the gun with her and just check it.
So, this guy will say, no weapons, no firearms, please. And
Can I leave it with you?
yep, absolutely. We'll lock it up in the armory right back here. I'll keep my eyes on it. It'll be safe the whole time, I guarantee.
Thanks.
And he'll give you a little tag so you can get it back.
Nice.
Don't
sorry,
lose that.
Was there a metal detector here, or?
There doesn't seem to be a metal detector. He
Okay.
looks you up and down, says, "You're not checking anything?"
I'll Alexei will feign a surprise. Like, oh, right. And yeah, he'll hand over the pistol.
Backflip, hand over the pistol. Guessing you were
That
going for acting.
was supposed to be acting, yes,
No
which
worries.
is. I succeed by one more, even.
He'll check it, and he'll say to you, "Don't lose this." Like slow and loud to your face.
Do there appear to be cameras and stuff like that?
Yeah, there are some security cameras, big bulky ones.
Can I carry on that acting role to just play to what he thinks of the stereotype as me being,
Dumb
stupid,
spacer.
uneducated? Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Maybe
I'm
respond in your
actually
native language?
yeah. Like just lay that accent on thing like, oh yeah, I won't lose that.
Just nods.
I'm okay with them thinking I'm stupid. It makes them easier.
Are we let into the conference room?
Aye. He gives you a pat up and down very briefly each year. So please let me know if you are hiding anything. Still. It seems like he's unlikely to find out on any year if you are, though. So, that's too much information. You're no longer allowed to be hiding anything.
It's alright, we already checked our pistols.
Rudy's got, like, storm chain gun, box of grenades.
Sure would be nice to have some grenades right now, don't you think?
Or help yourself to refreshments and what have you. And yeah, this desk over here will be lined with coffee and teas and biscuits, muffins, pastries. Pretty tasty looking pastries. Donuts and what have you.
Well, once plates of refreshments are acquired, we'll head to the table.
So,
A question, Luke. Was I brought in, or was I asked to wait outside or anything?
you weren't asked to wait outside for anything, and there's plenty of chairs for you if you walk in and sit up at one.
Okay. I just usually with kids they are not invited to the adults meetings, so good to know.
These are just a couple of, you think probably diplomaty people. Both male, fairly elderly, mid-50s. That's fairly elderly, yeah. So, hello, welcome to Dutera. I hope you've had an okay couple of days since you arrived. I heard your spacecraft was damaged. Is everything okay there?
You got it fixed.
Grand, excellent. The seed shipment was excellent. The cooperative's very grateful for that. There's some rather modern genomes, it seems, delivered that we've not had access to.
Well, great.
I
That's
hope
good.
you'll be cooperating with our local militia in terms of enforcement. I understand some of you have already spoken to them today?
Yeah, they came and inspected our sheep.
Yeah, what do you mean by enforcement? Enforcement of what?
Enforcement of the laws, regulations, and peace. So is your business simply trade on the planet?
I mean, I think there's going to be a fair amount of pleasure as well.
Okay, I see. There are a number of establishments in town that offer quite a fair bit of excitement for a few. There's the old families, of course. living outside of town mostly. I don't know if you'll be doing business with any of those.
I mean, it doesn't seem particularly easy to get a meeting with them, to be honest.
Oh, I assumed you'd already must have spoken with some of them or received a message from one of them. Well, I do have something of a request for when you leave. A sort
With
of
that,
bulletin. If you could just get the word out that Dutera is looking to open its border to trade in in a large way. I mean, we've got the infrastructure maintained for visitors, and we've got lots of agricultural goods for export.
I mean, honestly, it's weird that you don't already have the trade. Like, is there a reason?
There's not much in either direction around us. We don't get travel often. Major routes have avoided us for over 100 years now. We have a federal reserve, which is quite substantial, but our military lacks any space vessels of any kind, and the system itself is rather devoid of resources, and also the star is somewhat unpredictable in terms of particle charges. Is that what you call them? And she is like asking her old guys, and they just like spacecraft long-term installations in space need to be heavily shielded, and there are little resources in this system to justify it.
well, it sounds to me like you're not in a position to get traders to come to you. What you really should do is send some people out to get trade to take trade to them.
Aye, exactly right. Except we have no space vessels. But here are you people. Welcome. We're very
I mean,
grateful.
surely you could hire some. I mean,
Potentially.
are you willing to pay? I mean, the rate's going to be higher because you're out of the way, but it sounds like you can afford that.
Yes, we
But
can.
of course, your issue would be contacting anyone to hire. They would have to come here, of course.
And now you have.
And I think it is a wonderful idea to spread the word of your openness to trade. We could certainly courier such a message for you.
She looks pretty pleased. That's excellent. I've been so rude. Goodness gracious. My name is Celia Tobbs. She introduces herself properly, finally. What are your names, good sirs? And ladies and little girl.
I'm Gina.
Dai Timur.
I'm sure you all
Silver.
your names. Rudy. Shame. Call it
And
so.
James just stares.
Malexi. I was waiting for Gina. I didn't
Gina
hear it.
went.
I already went.
Oh,
Gina
I
went
thought we were
first.
going. Malexi.
Ever?
He's gonna type in Hui. I'm not sure if they would get the message or just it comes in the group.
You
I mean,
can make it say it out loud through a little speaker.
Okay, then he used the first time that he uses a speaker. So it's a little bit robotic.
Wait, you guys. She's like, hello. Sorry about that. So, welcome to. This is all very strange. Yes, I'm sorry.
Alexi leans in and looks over at her, and he says, "All right, let's cut the bullshit. You didn't call us down here to talk about asking us to tell people about trade. You called us down here for something. What do you have in what do you want with us?
Exactly that. Exactly that. But also, uh, she, like the old guys at either side of her, one of them catches her eyes and shakes his head. She says, "Have you heard of the juryman?" And
Of course.
he
We've
sighs.
got a familiarity.
I'm very concerned. I'm shitting my pants, in fact, that the jurymen are gonna get violent.
I
Now,
don't think you're the only one with that concern.
you've guaranteed my police force that you're not arming them or you're not assisting them. But militia has seen you fraternizing with them, they say, on the first night you were here in a casino.
Those were the jurymen?
That won't be the last night I'm at the casino, I assure you.
It's one of their known establishments, aye.
I mean,
We just went to a casino because it was the
can you
thing to
suggest a
do.
better one?
I This is a good one, a safe one. She tells you she tells you a casino.
All right, I'll give it a try. Thanks.
You apparently found out where to go meet them there. Oh, this isn't my job at all. She rubs temples, and I'm ruining any investigation or anything like that. These old men are sighing. We should cut this meeting short, probably.
No, I think you spilled the beans enough. Why don't you just say what you're trying to say?
Have you met them? Have you met the jurymen? Their leaders, Tice Jury is called.
I don't recall meeting a Tice. Oh, who was that man there? Dax?
At the casino you met Dax. No, he's the person who told you where the jurymen were.
I mean, it's certainly possible. Why? Should we be concerned?
I just want to know what their plans are. If you aren't aligned with them, but maybe have the opportunity to get any information on them, then I would be incredibly grateful for that.
I mean, based on what I heard at the casino, you should be concerned. But that's just talk.
We are concerned. We lack troops or police in any reasonable fashion to quell a major attack.
That sounds bad.
Can I roll a different history?
Probably.
I mean, maybe give yourself a bonus for relatively easy.
What I'm trying to remember is all of the people who fought during the Chinese Civil War.
Okay.
The mobilization of peasantry.
Yeah.
Is that good enough then for that?
Yeah, that is good enough for that.
You know, there have been past instances of people just arming the regular people when threatened.
We've thought about it. We're relatively low on arms. I mean, we've got guns, sure, but limited ammunition. Much of it's in warehouses and stores in far-flung regions. And it's going to take us time to get it anywhere near the capital, where we think the jurymen are likely to attack for whatever reason.
Luke, did they tell us where their targets were going to be? I can't remember.
Yeah, they did indeed. It's apparently a
Where
vault
were they
underneath
again?
Parliament that keeps the big, or whatever it is, ancient alien thing.
But Parliament was their main target then.
Parliament's the main target, as well as a few specific, like, households of the upper folks, the political leadership, and a couple of military spots that are in the city, like the one military base that's nearby.
All right, I'm gonna just make a general roll here. Do I know anything about like farming or like agricultural supplies?
In terms of making bombs from fertilizer.
That, or if they already have bombs from like clearing areas and stuff.
You can ask about bombs with that roll, yeah. Bombs, and you know that a lot of fertilizers and things like that used in large scale farming operations can be quite easily made into dangerous explosive devices.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Okay. She sighs. Well, I hate to put it like this, but you people seem like you know what you're doing. I don't know where you've come from. I don't know where you're going after this or how soon you're leaving. But I'd love your help in more than just the telling people we want trade.
What did you have in mind? Like, I'm not sure that I want to take sides in what sounds like it's going to be a civil war.
Well, that'd be a problem likely, wouldn't it? Not taking sides in this kind of scenario?
So what did you have in mind?
I just want to know about the jurymen. I want to know if we can stop them. I want to know what their real intentions are.
Gina looks at the others.
It's a shame Rudy's not here.
Yeah, I think Alexi looks back at you, and he'll nod.
I'll kind of if I catch on, I'll do a little bit of a head shake, then stand up on my chair and then go, I need to use the restroom.
Yes, of course.
She'll run over and grab her hand and go, you need to take me.
She looks relieved more than anything. Honestly.
And then glares at Gina, because Gina was mean to her.
Gina will mean to you.
Gina looks confused.
Pushed me off her lap on the first day I was a person.
The first day I was a person, I recall that, yeah. Get off me, child. It were a perfectly reasonable reaction, but the child might not have thought
It was
so.
great. Yeah, it was perfect. But also playing this up a little bit, and she'll grab her hand and start wandering.
Yeah, she'll lead you to a bathroom.
What was that about?
As
These two will probably say, excuse us for a minute, please. And they'll step out and mumble to each other in the hallway.
do we get to a restroom? I don't
Uh,
see one on the map.
Yeah. I'll stick you in this kitchen.
Ugh, gross bathroom.
Mhm.
There's a restroom somewhere. It's
Yeah,
just not mapped.
Mhm.
These look primed to be restroomy.
One of the officers, or
Closets, things up there.
oh yeah, those should be little bathrooms.
As we get there, she's gonna like do that little kid thing where she like pulls her down to do a whisper,
Uh-huh.
and says to her, "You may have a mole problem."
That's a rude comment. Her face looks fine.
She just like stares at you. Kind of nods.
And then goes, "Do you have any restaurants you like to go to in town? Or private venues?"
I don't get much time. I'm quite busy. But there's a great place, and she gives you an address and a name of a bar. It's I don't know. It's called like Janssens. Janssens.
Do you have any particular time that you like to go there?
Subtle.
When does when does it get hopping?
They're really
Wink.
they're really busy at the weekend, so I like to go after 10 on Wednesdays.
Is it a Wednesday?
It's a Tuesday. But sometimes I go on other days, always after 10.
She'll smile. You pull, close the stall. Actually, use the restroom, and then thank her.
Other people, you've got a bit of
And
time, seemingly alone in that room. There is a camera watching you, it seems like. Seems like I don't even need a search check to spot it. It's like big and in corner of the room.
Well, obviously light up a smoke.
is it one of those like big dome ones, or is it like on a swivel?
On a swivel, and it's kind of just pointed in the direction of the table.
Well, I'm leaning more and more towards getting our repairs done, getting some new cargo, moving on. This place sounds complicated.
Yeah, this place sucks.
It is what Gina says while being aware of being watched.
It zooms in on Gina. Alright,
I agree. Cargo and leave.
I mean,
Although
not in a
we
huge
could-
rush. Like, I want to get some good cargo, but yeah.
they'll get back after some time. They'll come in and say, sorry, we're going to have to cut this pretty soon. I'm hoping you will go right across the road, all of you who still need to, and speak to my chief of investigation.
By which you mean those of us who haven't spoken with officers already?
Correct. I understand Gina, Silver, and Rudy, you all still need to speak to the militia at their station across the road, please.
Okay.
I don't know if Rudy says anything.
Is this like a lawyer thing or just like a chat thing?
It's just a chat thing.
All right.
He's got a
cool.
couple questions.
We've got just a few questions regarding the nature of the shipment you brought and what have you.
Fair enough.
Honestly, most of it's been covered here. It doesn't seem like you've had any real involvement with those jurymen besides your discussion in that casino. Alright, thanks very much for visiting. I hope you will get the message out there that we are looking to trade.
I mean, honestly, if you wanted to send a really good message, what do you have that you want to trade? We could take a shipment.
All manner. Excellent livestocks. Grain. We produce several alcohols that I think are unique to the planet, potentially. Distilled from fruits that were discovered here.
Sounds great. I guess we'll have to see how we're doing when we're looking to leave.
This would perhaps require discussion on both ends, but we could also perhaps take an envoy or two with us when we depart.
Good point.
Someone who you would feel more confident in arguing your case. And they could, upon finding someone, also negotiate their return back.
The two old guys kinda, look a bit interested in that. And she like, if you'd be willing to take a passenger when you leave, then we do have several people that we'd love to get out there, spreading the word themselves. And if you could give them a ride to even the closest spacefaring system, that would be much appreciated. We'll pay any steerage you charge. What do the old men cost? Any reasonable steerage you charge.
We'll get you a proposal.
Grand. We'll throw together a complete list of goods we're willing to, or that we have available for trade. Things that we really are in need of. And I'll have it sent over.
Gina nods.
Cool. Alright.
If we're doing vague impressions that come through despite the memory loss, is that a thing we're doing?
Could you restate that?
Are we doing the thing where, despite having memory loss, people still have like vague impressions and like feelings towards things or people and stuff like that?
Yeah.
We have been so far. It's just biographical memory that's absent. So you'd know, like, ugh, that's disgusting.
Fair. People should have an impression that Gina should not be doing bartering or mercantile type stuff.
Okay.
It's like the idea of her being
that's what you mean.
her being happy about like making a deal is the thing that might have people cringe.
I think that's well more into biographical. I personally thought you meant like getting an impression of something like, oh, that's a pretty piece of art.
But
no,
maybe
it was,
she
it was,
gets
it was
that
more
he's-
along the lines of like whether or not somebody is a person that you trust for some reason, and you don't understand why.
Gina seems untrustworthy, is what you're trying to say, maybe.
Or she just has no
I,
idea
I
what
was
she's
saying I
doing.
was saying something, but it sounds like we're not saying that anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Anyhow, I think Alexi stands up and like, great, let's go get lunch. I'm hungry.
You should have a bunch of snacks, but aye. Let's get you out of here. They are very busy also, what we being leaders of an entire planet, with a population of about 200,000 people altogether.
So lunch.
Definitely.
Lunch will be had.
Go talk to those guys.
That's right across the road.
I mean, I
Literally.
am pretty hungry.
There's lots of food places open. Easy to see restaurants.
Let's get lunch and figure out what we want to do.
Okay, she says, looking at the restaurant and irping after eating like 6 donuts.
Can I have a glass of water?
And Luke, I noticed you moved the compass, and I just corrected again. You told us that north was to the right, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You'd adjusted it to have north be south.
My bad.
Red points north.
Okay. Nothing anyone wants to discuss with each other?
Well, when I
Not
get
until
there,
we're
I'll be like,
out of.
yeah.
But yeah, you walk out of that building into the fairly quiet, snowy square. It's not snowing at the minute. Quite cloudy though. Grey day. Pretty chilly.
We wanted a loud restaurant, I think.
Pub.
Yeah, there's plenty of places to drink and eat, and they play fairly loud music. You can head down the next street over and find like 3 options. The Bannered
Might as
Mare,
well.
the Winkin' Skeever, or
Sounds like a nice family restaurant. Let's try it
Kettle
out.
Half Hall. You're in Winkin' Skeever. Order yourself some meads. Bustling conversation, people playing noisy bar games. Lots of beefy, bearded people. Strong
grab a
looking
table.
women. And yeah, there's a couple of tables to be found. You manage to squeeze into one.
So, who else doesn't want to see these guys die?
I.
I feel the same.
I mean, I feel a
Try
little bad for
arm.
them, definitely.
And it really bothers me that apparently I was alright with that before we lost our memories.
Oh, I am still curious, like what they're doing.
What
But
do you mean?
it sounds bad so far. Like what the actual other side is. Like there's a radical wealth divide going on here.
I mean, nothing's perfect, but I don't want to see the murder man take over.
I mean, I'm not
Can we say Rudy went for his meeting? because otherwise he would definitely have things to say in this conversation.
Yeah,
Fair.
sounds good. Yeah, Rudy is currently talking to the cops.
Then it's a chance for us to talk behind his back about his shady contacts.
Well, that's good then, because I set up a meeting with the head lady in private tomorrow at this restaurant after 10 o'clock.
Morning or evening?
She said 10 p.m., right, Luke?
Yeah, evening.
Yeah. 10 p.m. After 10 p.m. tomorrow, restaurant X.
Good job.
What is there we can do here, though? Other than tip them off.
Well, we could always play double secret super agents and tell them, tell the big bad shooty guys where to attack, and then funnel them in, and then kaplow! Manure explosives, fertilizer explosives.
If we play it right, we could set the attack up so that way we can easily go in and steal that relic.
You want to create fertilizer bombs?
I don't know how to do it, but isn't that a thing you can do?
I mean,
Yes, but-
yeah, but aren't we talking about like we don't like that people are going to get dead?
Not the bangy bang bad people, right? We didn't like them, or am I misreading the room?
I don't want to kill them.
Yeah, I don't care which rich person is in charge or if they kill each other to do it.
It would be nice to help these people, especially given that we have brought their doom, but I don't see a way we really can. They're outgunned. They're outmanned.
We could
I
blow up
still
their
like
guns.
the idea of stealing the relic because that gives a fuck you to all the rich people here. Seems to be the only thing of value on this, of real value on this planet. I say we take it and leave.
I really like what you're saying, Alexei. I also think it's a distraction, but keep going.
I don't give a fuck what happens to this planet after we leave, but I want that relic. And it will be fun because it says fuck you to everybody. It says fuck you to the power players in charge right now. It says fuck you to those stupid judges. It says fuck you to everyone. I say we take it and leave.
You still not got much information on it. Like whether it
How?
fit in your shuttle.
I could maybe see if I could take a look at it.
What do you mean?
Well, we've been kind of doing this thing where they're playing, where I'm pretending to be a super uber rich girl.
And you're going to ask to see the secret relic that they might not even realize is there.
Well, if I prove to be like, I may buy the thing.
But weren't we told they don't even know what they're sitting on?
Luke, wasn't it more like they just didn't care? Or because they know it's there, they just didn't done anything about it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, they know it's there. They know where it is. But
Oh.
they've not made much effort to do anything with it.
Do they know what it is?
Like, I thought they knew maybe a tiny bit, couple hundred years ago.
No, yeah, I don't think they do know where it is. I think it's sealed off in some part of like the old government buildings that these have
Or
been built
maybe
on
in a
top of.
vault and maybe in a vault and the people that own the vault have forgotten about it?
Kinda. From the plans, Tice were pretty convinced that it's somewhere underneath Parliament. He said that were all like built down underground by Acavius back when they owned this planet, and most of it just got looted and then sealed off when the revolution happened.
Great. So we just have to go spelunking. I say we just go find a way down there and do that then.
That's definitely an option.
I'm not as opposed to that. Um, I may have a way of solving their bullet problem, though.
Ooh.
What would that be?
I noticed in my room on the ship there is a progressive reloading press for the creation of ammunition.
I bet we could sell bullets for a pretty price.
I'm not sure that will lower the body count.
No, but it'll allow them to defend themselves against the people trying to take over and kill them. I don't really want to get involved personally, but I'm willing to do that.
Make it a fair fight. You already sold bullets to one side. It'd only be fair to sell them to another side.
Gina kind of shrugs, unsure.
I mean, you could propose selling them to her at the meeting tomorrow night, but in the meantime, why don't we just continue to scope out our options and see if we can't get more intel to actually pull a job?
So it sounds like the treasurer in the bank is probably their like government reserve that they're wanting to like barter with people.
As I
That
said
sounds
earlier,
like it.
Mm-hmm. The bars of gold were almost definitely Federal Reserve that they've not really got anything on planet to trade it for. No one wants it, but they're hoping to trade it for stuff from off planet.
Maybe we could, instead of looting that, you said there were rich people houses?
Mm-hmm.
Some of them visited the bank, and the safety deposit box room that you both saw, as well as Rudy, did look to be half full, so people are keeping stuff in there.
If we passed on both the bank and the relic, I was going to suggest them too. I definitely at least want to get out there and check them out. I'd feel really bad if they had more wealth than the city combined and we just ignored them.
I'd rather steal from the rich people.
Alexi, have you got sensors? Electronics operation sensors.
It helps if I put my mic down. Yes, I do.
Cool. On the landing, when you were hit by ice, radar did show quite a few like big buildings out in the countryside, sort of. Like connected up by roads just to what looked like one person's house, maybe. Generally surrounded by trees, so they're pretty secluded looking. You saw a bunch of them. There's like plenty of rich people living on this planet in quiet, it seems like.
I mean, I'm happy to fuck with the rich people.
I mean, I think one of the things I was going to try to get done today or tomorrow is get an invitation out to a party of some sort out there. Is anybody else interested?
Yes.
This is probably going to be like an adult type party. like drinking and stuff?
Then no.
You could help me.
Rudy would probably be interested. But he's busy turning you all into the cops right now. Those guys kidnapped me. They've sold guns to the jurymen. Help me.
It's alright, we'll all get turns.
Gina will end up being the most sympathetic.
Unless everybody else has turned on her.
You did bring the spider. Well, I don't know. Slow one.
I think we just need to actually just do the plans and maybe do some like
Yeah, we need to
No.
pick something and do it.
so like
I-
maybe we do Gina's thing for a bit and see if that pans out.
I'm happy to do that or other things. I would love it if the people that are being kind of quiet would speak up. I think people are being hesitant because we're not sure if there's agreement or interest.
All right. So I think Alexei wants to spend his day trying to find a way down into that area.
You're looking. You. Alexi's going sewer diving, essentially.
Yes. Like, I want to find a way into and steal the very valuable ancient alien tech that's gonna say fuck you to everyone.
Do you have urban survival?
I do not.
No. Let's see what it defaults to. Unless you can convince me of something else while I'm checking.
Can I roll a streetwise to find like a way into the undercity areas? The grungy places where the crim types, the low level crim types hang out.
Yeah, give me a streetwise. And also give me a perception. Okay.
So definitely spot it.
Yeah. Perfect. You like you head down to the docks areas, and your plan is to talk to someone, kind of ask, when you spot this big open drain of some sorts down a few feet above the water with a ladder leading down to it, and all the grate that once covered it is long rusted off. And just with the angle of a floodlight that comes on at the dock at the perfect time, you can see like a really worn and faded Acavius logo painted on the side of it, and looks quite expensive down there. You probably climb down and start walking, and then do find that there is indeed like an ancient network of places that don't look to have been touched in a long, long time.
Wonderful. All right. I've got my personal computer. Can I start setting up like GPS points so that way I can kind of navigate my way through and
No, you can't do GPS.
You can't
no,
do GPS.
I can't.
There is something, but I don't think I allowed it. You can draw yourself a little map, that's for sure.
Okay.
Have you got
Yeah.
cartography? Probably not.
No.
Any geography or navigation?
Space navigation.
You could give me that at -4. I might be willing to take something else.
Let's see. If only I had some urban planning. No, I'll take the navigation at a -4.
Cool. You're assisted by a
Yeah.
computer as well. And this isn't the
Oh,
most
right.
difficult thing to like draw a couple of lines. So yeah, failure by 1. You start putting together a little map of places.
Okay. Yeah. Like, try to make my way north and towards Parliament.
Cool. Cool.
I feel like that's Alexi's, like,
Afternoon.
day.
Yeah. Alright, so Gina. You want to get invited to a party. Alexi's like, I'm going looking for sewers. Walks out the bar.
To each their own. And yeah, she's gonna, well, she'll nap in the afternoon, but she'll check out that new casino and in general to sort of try to introduce herself to the more wealthy or well-to-do type people that might
Oh,
be in the city for some reason.
right, the new casino. Yeah, it is. It's quite nearby the bank, and it is a much nicer establishment for sure. It's only just opened like an hour before your nap ended, so it's fairly quiet in there. But they have got proper card tables and areas.
I mean, she won't go particularly early. She's got a pretty good sense of like when places pick up, I imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So the goal is to meet the people, not to check out the actual venue.
Got ya.
So if it's slow, she'll duck out and come back later when it's fast.
Got ya. Tima?
Yeah.
What would your afternoon have been like?
Teamer is gonna go find a bookstore.
Easy done. Don't even need a roll.
On a planet like this?
Yeah, they love books. Lots of books here have kind of got that lower tech level quality to them. You know, like they're all hand bound and stuff like that. Printing presses often
Cool.
for the fancier books,
Um,
anyway.
He'll try to choose one that looks more like dusty old bookstore than like Chapters or something.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have those in the UK?
It's called Waterstones.
Huh.
Like a used bookstore?
Chapters.
Is that? I'm guessing that's just like a corporate bookshop kind of
Is
thing.
that just Canadian?
Might be.
Huh, that is weird.
There's something called Waterstones over here that is pretty well known.
Like every other bookstore here is one of those, and it's only in Canada. Wow.
What's America's ubiquitous bookshop called? Probably
Borders.
a different one for a lot of
Barnes and Noble.
states, right?
Barnes and Noble and Borders.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
Barnes and
those
Noble
are
a
the two of the big
bookshop.
ones. Yes, but the bookshop side of it is kind of dwindling, and the cafe side is
That is
more of a thing.
Waterstones. That is, yeah, Barnes and Noble sounds very much like Waterstones and W.H. Smith. Anyway, that's quite the digestion.
Teamer is going to take a look at the philosophy and sci-fi sections,
Okay, cool.
or their equivalents. No one else really seems to care about the moral issues, so he wants to see if there's anything written on it. So books about amnesia, or more generalized philosophy books.
Okay.
And also, if he sees anything that is related to that religion he hasn't really thought about the fact that he follows, that would be cool too.
You can absolutely find all of those things. You find 2 books on amnesia. Quite a few philosophy books. One's on ethics in particular as well, and some weird sci-fi novels.
Is there a book on ethics from an etchionist perspective?
Ooh, that's a bit more esoteric. Not a whole book, but one of them does have like a chapter on it.
Okay, he'll pick up that ethics book then. And what type of books were the amnesia books?
One of them's a kind of medically textbook, and the other one's like living with amnesia. One of them's like various causes of amnesia and recovery from options, while the other is like, oh help, I forgot everything. What do I do?
Amnesia for dummies.
Yeah, pretty much.
He'll pick up all 3. Or he'll try to.
They're not
Pyramid
expensive.
44. Sorry?
They're not too expensive. I've not got that PDF open like a nerd. But I'd like to say they may be just over a threshold. Expensive. You could choose to buy one book. You could afford one of them books.
The comparative religious ethics one.
Cool. Nerd. Wait.
It really spoke to him when he saw the symbols on it. He was like, that seems familiar.
It makes total sense. Like, I have a religion. I should learn about that.
Yes.
You've got an afternoon where you can be relatively independent, or do you just go back to the apartment?
I would like to go. Well, we would like to go back to the garage to get used to 2 things. First would be the machine that he was using for the cargo. He felt bad after he wasted some time on that delivery, so he's gonna take an hour or so to try and get used to the machine.
Cool. Do you take like the bus there that goes
Yeah.
in the evening?
He'll take the public transportation.
Okay, cool. Won't take you too long. Don't need a roll or anything. And yeah, you can get home and give me a battle suit roll though. Battle
Of
suit.
course.
To move your forklift truck. Roll battle suit for your forklift suit.
Here it is.
Doot, doot, doot.
It's not in B for battle suit.
Oh, it's under
It's
E.
an environmental suit.
The environment is cargo bay. And yeah, pretty good. You feel more confident. Little girl, Silver. You probably go back to the apartment with Gina, right? For a nap?
No, I got a good night's sleep. What are you talking about?
Fair enough. I just thought you might want to go and watch cartoons or something.
No, she is actually going to start digging around for one of 2 things. Either the poshest place she could hang out to maybe run into other rich children, or a terminal uplink. Like a actual hook up to the broadcast off-planet broadcast system?
There is no such thing, really.
Gotcha. It's not publicly accessed anyway.
No, yeah. It's like all they've got is to talk to a couple of crappy weather satellites and
Cool.
communications
Then yes.
relays.
Then definitely looking for a
place where rich kids
maybe
hang out.
Yeah, just to be, because she killed it on that fashion sense and makeup, and wants to get in the inroad, the small child route, because small children can make friends in like 5 seconds.
Roll 3d6, please.
All right. Average.
You stay in around the fancy area of town, and you come across a few museum-y places.
Perfect.
Or rather, like one
That doesn't-
very large museum. But there does seem to be some kind of school trip going down as you arrive. And the kids are uniformed, and there's only about 8 of them. 2 teachers that are pretty well dressed by your eyes also.
Doubly perfect. Not like trying to slip in that group, but definitely going to be there and nearby.
Mm-hmm. Like, you watch for a while, and then they take a bit of a break to eat some snacks out of the fancy lunchboxes they've got. Uniform lunchboxes.
Or they see another small, well-dressed child nearby and inquisitively do the kids thing.
Probably. Like, one of the little girls is just like, who are you?
Like how little? Like my age or like littler than I?
A bit younger than you think?
I'm Siller. Who are you?
My name's Joni. I like your hair. And
Does she have any distinguishing features?
Not particularly. Brown hair, hazel eyes, face.
But I assume it's done up well.
Yeah, the hair is well styled and looked after.
I like
pretty
your
long.
cut. It's very pretty.
She does a little swish. Thank you. So, shouldn't you be at school? Are you here on a class trip too? Don't you have to wear a uniform? Oh, I'm doing the voice.
You are doing the voice. Your default child. I love it. Oh no, I'm here on business. I come from space.
You're one of the people from off-world. My daddy, a boy's started talking. He shoves a big weird-looking apple in his mouth and takes a bite. My daddy says that people from off the planet are here right now.
That's me.
Wow. What's space like?
Floaty.
Right? There's no air
But
in space.
There's air in ships.
Mm-hmm. You got, what's your ship called?
I'm going to continue the idle conversation for a while and try to get an in with this girl.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you just want to flow off of the modifiers, or do you want to roll?
Give me a roll. If you're actually trying to, make this girl your friend.
I do aight.
Yeah, she loves you. When teachers come over, they're like, who's this little girl? And Joni says, this is Silver. She's my best friend. And they're like, where are your parents, little girl?
Not here right now.
Do you need us to call anyone? Are you safe?
I am safe. I came to the museum because I had time to kill.
Maybe Rudy comes running up and he's like, "Oi, come on, we going."
Or not necessarily. I don't want to roleplay Rudy if we don't have to.
Fair enough.
I mean, her end goal is to get an invite to this little girl's house.
Got it. I mean, yeah. Like, where are you staying? My daddy says the hotels in town are absolute dog shit.
It's okay, but I would much rather stay someplace with better sheets.
Like, my daddy's picking me up from school, like from here. I will ask if you can come and stay over, or come for tea or supper or whatever.
And do the sleepover kind of big deal thing.
And she turns and she's like, "Alex Zuli, I suppose you can come too." And they're like, "Yay, whatever."
There we go. That's my in.
Um, Gina at the casino late that night.
Hmm.
There's a few pretty
Yes.
fancy looking people knocking about. Lots of people with their own bodyguards, as well as kind of just farmery looking people, but in fancy clothes.
Well, she'll start chatting people up and sort of do the gossip thing, try to get a sense of who's who and whatnot.
A couple of people are indeed farmers, um, that operate big patches of land on the planet, and
Right. They're the kind of people that are rich enough they don't have to dress like they're rich.
it's like they are wearing nice clothes, but they've got big bushy beards and stuff, and
Okay.
like fairly less groomed nails than some of the other people in here. Workers' ants is what you notice on these people.
Fair.
And lots of those seem to be having conversations with each other about, best way to run farm equipment, best way to deal with the farmers who are being slow and need to get the move on. Best way to deal with foaling brontosaurs. Yeah, brontosaurs.
Don't even want to know. I mean, I do a little, but I'm going to move on. So I think the goals are twofold at this point. Have a good night and turn that good night into some kind of an invite to other tables or whatever. There's sort of somebody might be a little low or doesn't feel like paying with actual money and rather just come by for tea or whatever. We'll call it even type thing.
Okay, I see that. Yeah.
Because I don't imagine outsiders are completely welcome, but maybe somebody's willing to put in a good word to offset a debt.
A few people will realize that you're the off-worlder. You can see there's this group of maybe late 40s, like very wealthy people. Two couples, and then an older man on his own who talk together a lot, and then they eventually come over and talk to you. And you're like, so you're the foreigner, right?
I am, yeah, Gina.
Couple of us have seen you around. Hello, and they'll introduce themselves.
Nice to meet you.
We don't live in the city. We just come down for this place mostly.
I mean, I can see why you wouldn't.
It's so backwards
no
here.
offense.
It's like every time we come to visit, they've gone a little bit further back in time. It's really strange.
I've been trying to figure it out because clearly there's money here. It's just there isn't wealth. If that makes sense.
He looks around. It's like the farmers don't care about anything other than a soft bed and a good drink.
There's a guy you could read could really help your analysis there.
I mean, would you like to be here? Because
No, I'm just
you
peanut
totally could be.
gallerying it.
Fair.
Also, Timur has not read Marx.
Marx is banned. Where Tima grew up.
Good point. But yeah,
But,
I've been in town for a bit now. Yeah.
you should come and see what people with, actual class and taste are living like.
I'd love to. Honestly, I haven't had a good breakfast in weeks.
Great. You can stay in my guest house, says the old man who's on his own. One of the couples says, "We'll come over for dinner. You'll have to have Juan cook us that meal again that was excellent that time." And he nods. He's like, yes. I'll tell him to buy a Brontecore immediately.
I didn't realize you could eat them. Sounds lovely.
Oh, they're amazing. They have to be cooked just right.
Is it the same ones that race or different ones? And we talk about Brontecore.
Aye, he'll tell you a bit about Brontecore. Yeah. You could eat a race in one. It's tradition too, but the ones that are bred for eating are a lot tastier.
I wonder if do you eat the ones that win or the ones that lose?
An old one that's won a lot. It's customary to eat it
Perfect.
when it retires. Alexi, give me another roll, please. Another space navigation roll. At the -4.
+1 for a computer.
Give me +2. So, -2. Oh, on the nose. You keep getting deeper and deeper into this place, and then you come across a couple of closed blast doors. You think you're roughly underneath Parliament, and you can see there's like manholes and ladders leading up that have been welded shut. And there's this
Okay.
big rusty blast door in front of you with the Acavus like font and corporate logo peeling off it. And probably got something written on it in the corporate language that you maybe can't speak though.
Probably not.
But it looks like a big secure vaulty area. It's like a blast door to a lift, you think, and some stairs down leading even deeper, and you're already pretty deep.
Okay. How does it open?
Give me a mechanic check, please. No. An electronics check.
What kind of?
There's like a little access panel, and it's got some electrics in it, but it's kind of rusted through, and the wires are all frayed.
Okay. Well, I'll give you my best one, and we can figure out how you want to play it.
Okay, you not got any electronics repair things?
Oh, I do. Oh, they're actually better.
Probably not got a toolkit on you though, have you? Unless it's like pocket.
I've got my multi-tool.
Awesome.
That's pretty perfect. Success by 1 as well. You're fiddling for a while. You're gonna need like a battery or something to juice power through it. But this is definitely the controls for the door, and you've got it wired up. So as soon as you put a big enough cell to it, it'd potentially open. You've probably got a cell big enough on you.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to pull the one out of the computer. just in case. Actually, I probably don't. Yeah, because the only thing I got with a big battery is the computer.
Alright, well, you've got it rigged, so all you need to do is spark it, and so long as it's not completely rusted, that door should open wide enough to squeeze through at least.
Hey, yeah, can I make a list? Just WD-40, proper battery size,
Yep.
bring this tool and this tool, and
Aye,
then
aye.
I guess head back with my little map and head to probably the ship.
Okay. Get back late.
And
See.
then I'll call everybody on my way and just be like, "Hey, I've got a plan. Solid lead on something. We might be able to pull it off tomorrow."
Great.
And yeah, this would be pretty much the exact same time as you're in that casino nearing midnight, Gina.
Cool.
Hui's still doing like a bench pressing giant boxes inside his power loader.
Nearing midnight.
Just getting the hang of these
Timur might be
things.
done that book.
And what did you say, sorry, Silver?
No, I said bench pressing is not quite robot. Never mind. Brain malfunction.
It's the most awkward position possible for a power loader to be in, so it's the one that needs the most practice.
Oh, there you go.
You never know when you're going to need to bench press cargo.
It's important for lifting large trees that fall on you.
Yep. Secure the flag.
But there will be a message that goes out that I'm going to be out tonight. Don't wait up.
You receive that. I don't know if any of you are concerned at all about this child being out on her own on a strange planet. You're all strangers to yourselves, though, so honestly, if that kid gets lost, then problem solved.
Kinda?
Like, more than kinda in some ways.
Fair enough.
Like, I don't think Alexi wants to lose her, because
Seems like
she
a smart
seems nice.
kid.
And
Yeah.
yeah, like that. Wouldn't wish that upon her, but
Mm-hmm.
But I assume stuff happens between the pickup and midnight.
Yeah. So you will get invited over. It's not actually a parent that picks this up; it's a driver, and the girl just says like, "This is my best friend Silver. She's staying over tonight." And the driver's like, "Right, you are, miss." And you get taken on a about 40-minute drive out of the city in this fancy town car, where she like gives you some juice in the back, and there's like sandwiches, very nice food waiting for you in it.
Definitely gobble that shit up. She's growing.
And you get taken to a sort of, country estate, essentially. You come across lots and lots of trees, and then a smaller road that leads up to a gate. There's even a security guard in a little gatehouse who buzzes the car in. And then you carry on through woods, and you see that there is like electric fence of some kind running through the forest around this area. And then you come out into a big driveway up a rolling hill towards a mansion, and there's like a pony trotting around in the grass. You recognize it immediately. Like the breed even. Give me a roll. Give me a roll.
Giving you a roll.
do these people have like a heated yard?
No. So it is snowy. But the horse is wearing a coat. What did you get? A 12.
12.
Yeah, you can tell like the breed, approximate age, and sex of that pony.
I am definitely gonna let that knowledge be known.
It's like, wow, you know your horses. Like, that's impressive. There are only like 14 horses on the planet, and Caractacus is one of them. He's got a stupid name. My dad named him after like some stupid ancient horse from olden times. I think he should have been called Fluffy because of his nose.
That's a much better name.
How about a quick break? We've been going for a while.
Sounds good.
I need
Sure.
more liquid. Alright, so yeah, you'll get led into this big mansion, Silver. Parents aren't home. They're out doing whatever they do. They'll be back in a while. This is my bedroom. This is the playroom. Look at all these Barbie equivalents. And we'll be
We'll
right
do
back.
that after the break.
No, we're doing it now. We'll be right back. We have returned. Alright, so, while some nerds are reading, some nerds are like looking through the sewers, some nerds are having a nap before going out to a fancier casino.
Party followed by nap, and the other one's doing a nap followed by party.
Sounds good. But Silver, little girl with a tattoo. You're at this very wealthy girl's house. Very fancy house. Make friends with her. She's already said out loud that you're a new best friend. So you seem to be doing a good job at it.
Yes.
Her name's Joni.
Well, I get the tour of the house, right?
Mm-hmm. Dad's office. What's up there, Alexi? All good? All good.
Oh, I just. Never mind.
But yeah, no, I'm gonna take a stock on how wealthy I think these people are. I don't know, was that like here? Like just general from what they own and things like that.
Quite wealthy. Very wealthy. This house is nicer than anything you've seen so far.
Well, this is
That's not
educated
very
roll
hard.
just on my like, oh, is that a this kind of vase or vase, or you know what I mean?
I don't
Just
know. She
glancing.
shrugs. Like, yeah. Stupid art stuff.
But I seem to know the art stuff.
Yeah, you know some of it. You can definitely recognize some of the art stuff.
Yes, what Gina said. Can I detect status level?
I need to double check them. Someone give me a page where the table is in basic set.
265 and 266.
Thank you. Four to five.
4 to 5? Okay.
So 5, had I said.
It appears to be a large mansion.
Yo. It's got like multiple wings, stables, separate servants building,
And
crematorium.
do I see many armed guards or things around on the outside, or was it just the gate man?
There's armed guards. There's one inside the house who gave you a suspicious look up and down when you first came in. You can see whenever you see out a window, you can generally spot one patrolling near the edges. There's maybe half a dozen armed guards around this property.
Okay. Half a dozen is better than all of the army.
Mm-hmm. The parents will come back. Very wealthy looking. They were out riding horses, apparently. In the mountains or hills. And they ask you lots of questions, like where your parents are, who you are, how'd you get to be here.
I will be the most polite as I possibly can be and avoid the parents' question, but answer other questions like, "Oh, my name's Silver. I'm off-worlder here on business. I've met so and so, Gina,
Gives
at the museum while I was what?
gives an accent.
Boop. Oof,
Uh,
rough.
they like, you know, do
I
the
mean-
furrowed brow at you for a lot of the things you say. Share concerned glances.
I mean, also at the same time, these are all half truths.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yep.
but I'm probably being cagey as hell.
Yep. Villano, I think, is maybe just gonna have to disappear for a bit. He's not responded on radio.
Doing his own freaking thing today.
Yeah, you have actually not seen or heard from him since he went to talk to the police. So that is a little bit concerning, hopefully.
It is concerning. I was just being petulant, but now I'm thinking I'm going to continue to avoid them.
But I think
You kind of gave off sex offender vibes.
did a little bit. It's just the name. The names,
Yeah,
both names.
just the name, only the name.
Yeah, I think whoever's at the hangar is gonna get bashed awake. Oh no, you gave the apartment address, didn't you? To the police? I can't remember.
Who gave an address?
Wait, what?
You must have not done. It would have been Alexei, Tima, and Hui. But I don't think they did give the address of the apartments that the jurymen are lending
No.
to you. No.
No.
And Tima, are you at the jurymen apartments or are you at the shuttle
Yeah, apartments.
apartments? Okay, so Hui and Alexei, I imagine you're the only people at the shuttle. There's banging on the door of it, waking you up.
Hello.
It's that police
Oh.
guy that came round yesterday. Do you know where your girl is, Silver?
No.
Well, she's with a family, about 40 kilometers out of town.
Good for her. Is there a problem?
Doesn't seem to be, but if you'd be able to collect her at some point, that'd be grand. They're willing to drop her off in town, or have a car drop her off here. But just make sure there's someone around and you stay in touch with her, alright?
Okay.
He, looks behind you at stuff in the room, and then nods, gets back in his car and drives off down the runway.
Yeah, call the other people. Hey, we need to get Silver dropped off to you. She's apparently being a nuisance.
What time is that?
Early, 8 to 9 a.m.
Alright, I've got the vehicle. I assume, because he's the only one who can drive it.
I'm pretty sure.
Where is she?
Some family outskirts of town. Police just came by.
Sorry?
Police just came by.
Silver,
Do you have a
you've
place
got
for me to go?
a radio too.
I mean, I do. I'm listening in, and it's entertaining as hell. And she will, like, covertly in the bathroom, just be like, "I can hear you guys. I'm at an estate with a girl I met."
Do you have a place for me to go?
Whose estate are you at?
Blah blah blah's estate. I think maybe someone with a little bit more. I was gonna get in contact with, God, I can't remember Colin's character's name.
Villano, Rudy.
I couldn't get Villano on the line, so maybe Gina. On the classiness scale, you're next ranked up.
You were
Thanks.
I think you forgot the verb there.
Look, they said they'd drop you off. Just get them to drop you off at the fucking apartment.
Oh no, I would need to be picked up by my person. Mainly getting, Gina and in.
An inn for what? Like, I've already met a bunch of the wealthy people in town, actually. Well, not in town,
Oh,
but out there.
They talked about
all right.
this family as well. Told you that they're, sometimes out and about. Cultured folks.
I mean, if not, I can get dropped off. I was just giving uh
Good job.
giving you guys a chance if you wanted it. But all right, I'll be dropped off.
I mean, does somebody want it in as her driver?
Probably
To me,
best
it
all round to just
sounded
get dropped off.
you were interested. Okay.
No, Timur was speaking up because he was the one who could drive.
All right, I'll just get dropped off then.
Gina's probably still staying at that nice hotel as well, rather than the apartments.
Yeah, although she's definitely going to take them up on that breakfast and then staying at the guest house thing.
Oh, yeah. So you have likewise stayed at a pretty different estate. It's not fenced off, but it's really secluded. It's like one of those mountainside style houses with a few levels and big glass windows looking out.
Gina, do you want back up there? Or you got it?
What do you mean? What do you mean by backup?
I don't know. Just another pair of eyes.
I mean, I suspect you'd be welcome. I was worried that, well, the casino is not a place for a kid, to be honest. But these people seem pretty interested in off-worlders. So you guys
Cool.
want to pick up?
I'll get dropped there then. It'll probably seem better than getting dropped off downtown.
Yeah, definitely. Tell them to go to the guest house.
All right, great. I do that.
Okay. Do you tell the old guy whose guest house you're staying in that you're having a child dropped off, Gina?
Yes, but she'll let him know at breakfast, not like a giant heads up.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a casual type thing.
He's pretty creepy. to be honest. He didn't overtly pressure you to like stay in his house with him. He let you, go to the guest house, but there was definitely the suggestion.
Yeah.
And he'd be up cooking breakfast early. You'd be able to see through the window in the guest house across the garden.
All right, cool. Then she definitely go and join him for breakfast. And as they're chatting about things, she will mention, "Hey, so my friend Silver is going to be dropped off in a little bit, if that's all right."
That's fine. The more the merrier. He
Oh,
offers you a
great.
drink. He's already got like a big glass of wine on go as he's frying up some.
Gina has no problem with cocktails with breakfast.
Cure. He'll shake you something up.
She will actually sort of question him about that other family, though, a little bit more.
The one that Silver's stayed at.
That Silver's data, yeah.
Yeah, they're good people, old family. You've learnt from him that he's only been here about 40 years, and he decided to land and live on this planet himself. He likes it here because he can do pretty much whatever he wants on his farmland. There's no taxes on all his wealth, and
Okay,
yeah,
so
it's a nice setup.
he's relatively new money, but not super new.
And he's retired here essentially.
Cool.
Most of the other families that live out here have just been like people of entire leisure their old lives because they made a lot of money a long time ago, these families, and they've been living off it since.
So it's the classic: make a shit ton of money somewhere and then go off into the boonies and buy a farm.
Pretty much. Except these people don't buy the farms, they just buy mansions.
Fair.
But yeah, he will tell you that family's one of the oldest money families. Like, they were high-level Acavius people when the revolution first happened, but they managed to escape proper execution, and a couple of generations later were just hiding out, sat on a bunch of money.
Well, fortunate for them.
Yeah.
Well, we'll have to say hi to Silver when she gets here. Sort of looks out the window.
You'd probably get taken pretty early. That kid's got school today, so they'd probably have driver drop you off before they take that kid to school.
But that connection was made.
Yeah, it were. And she'll give you a phone number.
Awesome.
So you can arrange another play date, and you get dropped off at this other, less fancy place, but still pretty fancy in other ways. Everyone else, what are you up to for this morning?
Putting together equipment.
Yeah, I mean, you sort that out in 10 minutes.
Well, I think I got away into the vault to get that relic, so I'm gonna go collect that today.
Just gonna do it.
Do you want a hand?
Awesome.
If you would like to come.
Cool. Honestly,
That'd be
They're not
great.
really sure what it is or where it is or sure, yes.
as wheels are spinning
Turn
a
over
little
a new
bit,
leaf tomorrow.
and we out Colin, we're lacking a few things. So I think let's get ready to about tie it up. Also, I'm sweating right bad here for some reason, and that's rather unpleasant. But
Fair.
I mean, other people will probably be interested in this, right?
In B&E, I don't know. I don't think that's quite my jam, but
I mean, less B&E and more in treasures that are to be found in a thing. That's
It's not even really B&E. I mean, yes, we have to break to enter, but like nobody's watching this place. I don't think anybody knows about it except the people we want to say fuck you to. So
also more importantly, if my shipmate is going to be doing this, I might as well help make sure it doesn't go poorly,
I'll come with. Then
Alright.
because it's going to come back to us either way.
Fancy guy here.
I mean, there's a part of me that thinks it would just be hysterical if I could walk in, take the thing, and like everybody's talking about a plan. Like, I got the really expensive thing. We could just fuck off.
That was the other reason to say yes immediately, because if we had said no, there's a good chance he would have just done that, and then we wouldn't get a cut,
Alright.
or our cut would be smaller.
You can get rich guy to have his driver drop you off in town. This fella's also clearly got armed security patrolling outskirts of his property. And the driver's also armed, and it's a pretty fancy car. It's a short walk from the apartment. You don't really need to drive it. But I suppose you could, so that you'd have the car nearby if you're stealing anything from there. And give me another space navigation at -2, please, Alexi.
Could I give a roll to treat his map as though it weren't weird as fuck?
Yeah. Cool. Uh-huh. Yeah. I were hoping you'd get lost for a few hours down here. Have to fight some sewer Bronterock that someone got bored with after it stopped being cute and flushed. Not really, because I have not started out at Bronterock. But you will get back to that door real easily, and it is deep and through lots and lots of old tunnels with the old corporate rusted logos of Acavius. You got your power cell. I don't even need a roll because you've set it up to just straight open it. And it does indeed reveal an old, busted lift shaft. And 2 stairways going down deep. Curl around a couple of times. Do you follow them down?
Can I inspect the lift shack or the lift and see if that's in?
Yeah, I say busted up, it's just kind of rusty. But it takes your weight fine, creaks a bit. It's just got one big mechanical lever switch for direction. That's currently, stuck out.
Would we get a bonus to climbing from our magnetized boots?
Probably, yeah. If you wanted to climb down it. It looks like the stairs lead the same way, but you could be going down them a while.
I say we take the lift.
Do we know what floor we're going to?
There's no list of
Or
floors.
just the bottom?
Like a big industrial cargo elevator thing.
I'm assuming it goes to the bottom. So
And what do you think? You're the mechanic. Does it look sound?
looks fine to me.
I trust you. She gets on.
Alright. It's creaky, rusty sounding, but it takes you down. It's like bashes against the ground. When it finally stops, you lose your knees a bit. And you have to quickly toggle it off so you don't generate a load of slack cable above you.
Oh, there was an actual lift. I thought it was just a shaft.
Oh no, yeah, there's a lift in there. And you come out just off the top of the map here. The door in front is rusted wide open. And you can see in to the thing.
That's a little bit big.
It big. It's got a diameter of what looks to be about 20 meters.
It's like a rock sphere.
Yes, some kind of stone sphere. The ground beyond these tiles is kind of domed as well, concave. And it's not concrete, it's smooth carved stone. It looks like the room were built around this thing a long time ago. I should move
That's
that
really cool.
desk over a little bit. And yeah, there's these 4 crane boom things that look like they can extend over it to get a good look. There are a few crates dotted about around the edges, likewise quite rusty.
What
Is
did you
that-
say this place is again?
I assume it was where the artifact was found.
Luke, is that the artifact? Do I know?
13, let me check your character
How would
sheet.
she know? Oh, she's there now.
Yeah, she came.
I said I was coming.
Yeah.
I just didn't drag my token on the map yet.
She initially said no, but we convinced her.
You don't know.
But I didn't hear your
You
answer.
You think it might be. It has carvings on it. It's not in great condition. Big chunks have cracked off. Even since it looks like people were last in here, it looks like more of it's fallen off, probably because of temperature fluctuations. But where the surface is smoothest, there are deep carvings, runes, symbols, and what look like letters of some sort all over this thing's surface at one point.
Gina will take out her phone, and hold it up,
Same.
take some pictures, and she'll sort of give Silver a nod of no agreement.
This desk's covered in like slightly mouldy papers and photographs of the thing already from various angles.
We're definitely taking those.
There is still like very dim lighting in here from bulbs that are just flickering in a couple of places around the edges.
Luckily, the phone has a flash.
Flashash. So yeah, it's a bit bigger than your shuttle, I'm afraid.
Well, I'm not sure we're going to be taking this with us.
Not easily, no.
Maybe check the containers. There might be something of value in there.
Yeah, probably not, right? But the containers, when you prise them open, have got more what looks like reports and data, paperwork on this thing. There is even old data storage devices.
Oh, take those. We'll definitely. I'll look into those later.
All right, so I know it's dumb, but we're here and it's an artifact. Somebody help boost me up there.
I'll link my fingers together and put them down for her foot.
All right,
Timur will go and assist as well.
we're gonna see if we can get her up, and then she can pull others up.
Actually, how tall is Alexei?
Tall.
Oh, yeah, you're like-
6'7".
Yeah, 6'7", wow.
6'9", you said
No, 6'9".
in
Yeah.
your sheet.
Yes.
Nice.
He's got lifts in his shoes. Caught him out there.
He is 40 centimeters taller than Timur.
That's
Um,
significant.
It's a funny sight.
Have you got climbing, Gina?
So it's like a ladder, and I think I do.
Because yeah, you'll probably
Yeah, I
be
do. I'll give it a roll.
like if you get on his shoulders, you'd be just past the hemisphere probably.
To the point where it's not just a sheer wall.
Yeah. More than vertical at the
All right.
bottom.
Yeah, I'll give you a climbing roll.
Hey, pro. Yeah. Your fingers instinctively find nice little cracks and you pull yourself up onto the top easily.
Anybody got a rope or something they can throw up here? I assume you guys went up too.
There's
Good. Just share me the pictures later. She says, ruffling through all the box
There.
papers.
anyone got cryptography?
I've
I
got
don't know.
applied mathematics.
Roll me the applied mathematics, please. And live. And Liv and Tima, you both notice patterns on this thing that seem to suggest numbers and simple equations. For instance, where there's like a few instances of 1 line, symbol, 2 lines, symbol, 3 lines. And then others like that in certain places that seem to be like as if this sphere might have the way to read it written on it already.
Oh, so could it given you linguistics at the same skill level?
Oh, probably, yeah. But yeah, repeating patterns and perhaps some kind of, self-deciphering code.
There's writing on it.
Cool.
What's it say?
You are a nerd.
I have no idea.
Do those papers have any dates on them?
Do they?
Some of them do.
I'm currently rifling through them.
I forgot what the current date is, but it's roughly 200 years ago.
Well, before I go handling these in a lot, they're getting photos scanned.
Those ones are in pretty bad condition on the desk, but the ones that you pulled out of those containers have held up relatively well.
Well, those are getting photo scanned too. We're going to take the papers so those guys don't get them, but at the same time, better to have a digital backup.
And yeah.
So,
Oh, what were you
so
saying?
what do you guys think this is made out of?
Anyone got geology?
Yes. 1 second, light sheet.
Some kind
I can
of
also give you physics.
very hard igneous rock. It is of a different kind than what this cavern is. This floor that surrounds it is clearly also natural. And
Is the edge of the igneous rock cut, or is this to like solidify as a ball?
solidified as a ball, you think? Like this was a forged rock.
This wasn't carved. It's solidified in this shape. Perhaps in space.
Maybe. Must have hit really hard when it landed.
Ooh, is it perfectly spherical?
Looks to be.
More evidence for the space theory.
Except for the carvings. The carvings look to... you're not sure. You're not sure what made the carvings. They're very smooth. Maybe lasers. Or maybe just extreme sanding after cutting.
Right, so Alexei, I'm sure we can't take this back to our ship, right?
Yeah, I got a feeling that that's the case.
Right, so we can't do anything with this. So if we want anything from this, we'll have to cooperate with whoever wins, right?
That or find a bigger ship.
We could just say fuck everyone and destroy this thing.
We don't even know where we found our ship.
Well, I
Alexei.
think you're right.
Actually, scratch that. There was writing in my language on the ship. Was Everoth's character there?
Here right now, I'm pretty sure he is.
I think everyone's here.
Yeah.
Except for Rudy.
So this is all just.
I do think he's right, though. If we want to take advantage of this, we need to pick the side of the winner.
Ever, just a note. Yes, your character is typing, but there's then a text-to-speech thing, so it's easier if you just say that instead. Otherwise, your contributions will be missed.
I did miss that.
Oh shit! Yeah, I didn't.
That's
see
why
that
I
either.
asked that, because
Yeah, feel free to speak up, Ever, and don't worry about a voice or anything like that. We'll understand that you're using text-to-speech.
hello?
Is muted at the minute. He might actually not be able to talk right now, which is also fair.
No, I was muted and I thought I was talking.
Ah, shit.
I was saying he was just gonna say, why not take a piece if they cannot take the whole thing?
Are there pieces?
There are pieces. Yeah.
Well, shit. Then I'm definitely taking a piece.
Bit of the Berlin Wall.
Wait, what do you mean pieces? It's broken?
Yeah, it's not perfect. Bits have cracked and fallen off.
Okay.
And there's even like bits on the floor that look like they must have happened since this room were last used in what might be 200 years. And yeah, this room isn't
Like-
perfectly sealed anymore. It's got damp and mold in it in a couple of places, and probably the temperature fluctuations have been getting in more than was intended.
Right, good
That's
thinking,
why
then.
I'm mainly focusing on the.
If we can't take that, we might as well take what we can.
What was that, Silver?
That's why I was focusing in on the paperwork too. Like,
So I
'cause-
have a crazy idea that I want to say out loud. This doesn't look like an artifact to me, and she holds up one of the larger chunks. Maybe this is just surrounding the artifact?
I was thinking the same thing. And with that, I actually would like to circle the thing, and I'm seeing if there's like maybe a weird button somewhere or something. Probably not finding anything.
No, you find nothing. At least not on the bottom level there.
Okay. Oh, those cranes. Do those work? Can I get those working?
Give me. Have you got like I think it's a heavy machinery kind of operator skill? Probably not.
No, I don't have anything like that.
What are
Give
you
me-
looking for? Sorry, go ahead.
I'm not sure what I need you to roll.
Doesn't even
Just give
seem
me
to
a
be
computer operation check.
Okay.
Really? Yeah. Success by 4. Uh-huh. Yeah, you get it to power up. This place must still be connected to some kind of power grid because it whirs really loud. You make the boom extend. You can rotate it left and right.
Okay, yeah. Use those and start taking a look at the rest of it like that.
All right, got you. Well, shall we about call it? I think I need to. Running out of steam.
Oh, one more quick thing.
Yeah.
Off the geology roll from earlier,
Uh-huh.
is that good enough to know about remote imaging techniques used in geology?
Yes, it is.
There's another way we could check. You can send a wave through rock to see what's on the other side of it, inside it. If we could find that equipment. Luke, did they do mining here? Did we learn that?
They do mine here, or they did mine here at some points. You saw lots of
At
mining
least if a
equipment.
mine here, they have to have prospected for resources, so they have what we need.
I mean, that might be why he invested in the mining company.
Jury. Indeed. Well, yeah, let's call it. I'm running out of steam, and I need Colin's input on some things. But I think we're in about a good
That
place.
works.
And I'm free, like I said, all week. We could have a catch up at some point if we want.
I'm in. Let's figure out a time for it.
Yeah, let's figure
Yeah.
out a time for it and get a proper session going. Less weird one. Sorry about that.
And if I can't make it, feel free to play without me.
All right, we'll catch up. Rudy is what we'll really aim for. But we had Jared.
Hey, I'm Jared. I played Timur. Read a book about comparative religious moral philosophy.
It was very boring, but you enjoyed it because you're a nerd. We had Everoth.
Hello, I was Severath, and I was just your crew member Hueyu this session.
Bench pressing cargo.
Bench pressing cargo.
Did a good job at that. Good dream about that tonight. We had Lee.
Hey, I'm Lee. I play Gina, and she met a creepy old man tonight.
Oh yeah.
Or a creepy guy, at least.
No, creepy old man is a great description of him. He would like you to stay in his guest house more and more and more, please. Don't be in a
It
rush to
wouldn't
leave.
be the first time she's made a living as arm candy.
Yeah. Have you got a pay pig? He asked you. And we had James.
Hey, I'm James. I play Alexi. I found a thing.
You found a thing. You found big ball. Big old ball. Old big ball. And we had Dutera.
Hey, I played Silver. She's apparently good at scoping places out.
Yes, she is. No one suspects the 12-year-old. Especially when it gets brought home by their 10-year-old. But also I'm Luke, and I was the GM. And we're the Kobold Cafe, and you can catch us just about everywhere at Kobold Cafe and at thekoboldcafe.com. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll be back at some point. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.